You step out of the darkness and into the light. You see the sheer scale of the world before you, the impossible golden tree dominating the horizon, and you feel a sense of epic adventure, a promise. The game hands you a sword, points you toward a throne, and tells you to become a lord. It's a story we know well, the story of the chosen one, the hero destined to rise from nothing and claim the rightful place. It is the language of the power fantasy. But what if that promise is just a beautiful lie? What if the nagging feeling of sadness you feel while riding through these empty plains isn't just background noise, but the main melody? What if the point of this world isn't to conquer it, but to mourn it? The game certainly gives us all the tools of power. We gather runes, the ghosts of currency left by the dead, and we transform them into strength. We hunt down great runes, the shattered remains of absolute authority, and we claim them for ourselves. We can become a master sorcerer, a fearsome knight, a being capable of felling dragons and gods. Every mechanic on the surface reinforces this journey towards godhood. We are the tarnished, once without grace, now seeking to become the vessel for all of it. The narrative is a straight line pointing upwards, towards the throne at the foot of the Erdtree. It tells us that power is the answer, that by becoming stronger, by defeating every rival, we can fix this broken world. We can restore the Golden Order. The game lets us believe this for a very long time. It lets us feel the thrill of victory, the satisfaction of overcoming an impossible challenge. It dresses itself in the clothes of a hero's journey, but the clothes are borrowed, and they are afraid, because the world itself is telling a very different, much quieter, and much sadder story. In 1880, the poet Percy Shelley wrote a sonnet about a traveler who finds a ruined statue in a vast desert. All that remains are two huge stone legs and a shattered face whose expression is one of cold command. On the pedestal, the traveler reads an inscription: "My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my work, ye mighty, and despair." But around the statue there is nothing. Just endless, empty sand. The poem is a haunting meditation on the hubris of power, a reminder that all great empires, all mighty rulers inevitably fall to ruin, and their legacies are devoured by time. The lands between is a word of Ozymandias's. Look at the demigods we are sent to destroy. They are not kings in their prime. They are tragic figures, clinging to the shattered pieces of their own glory. Godric, he is not a mighty king, but a pathetic, terrified creature, so insecure in his own lineage that he physically stitches the bodies and other great warriors onto himself, hoping to literally wear their strength. His kingdom, Stormvale, is a fortress under siege, decaying from the inside out. Or ROZEN, for example, once the most powerful of all demigods, now a mindless giant, driven mad by the scarlet rot, feasting on the corpses of friend and foe alike, on a vast, empty battlefield. We don't defeat a general. We put down a beloved warhorse suffering from a terminal illness. And Renala, queen of the full moon, a heartbroken queen, her power broken, her mind lost to grief. We find her cradling an amber egg, a hollow promise of rebirth, surrounded by scholars who have regressed into mewling infantile children. These are not rulers to be overthrown. They are figures of immense tragedy. They are the shattered statues in Shelley's desert, and their works, they are the ruins we explore. And this brings us to our true role in this world. We are not a hero changing the course of history. We are an archaeologist, arriving long after history has ended. Our primary gameplay loop is not combat, it is excavation. How do we learn the story of this world? Not from grand speeches or living NPCs giving us exposition, We learn it from the footnotes. We piece together the entire history of the fallen civilization from the descriptions on the items we find. This legendary sword is a work of art, but it is said to have been an object of mockery for the Korean royalty. A footnote, a tiny, almost missable detail that tells a story of pride, artistry, and familial conflict. The spiritual remains of humble folk who died when the Erdtree was burned. The description of basic ashes. We are literally carrying the souls of the dead with us. The entire game is like this. It is a story told in epitaphs written on the equipment of ghosts. We are constantly interacting with the past, the spectral figures who guide us, the paintings that hold memories, the walking mausoleums that carry the slumbering souls of demigods. We are not forging a new future. We are digging up a dead past. And this leads us to the final, hollow promise. The throne. After all this, after felling the gods and walking through the ashes of their kingdoms, we are given the chance to become the Elden Lord. But what does that truly mean? Look around you. The world is not healed. The sky is still broken. The creatures are still mad with grief and decay. You have simply won the right to be king of a graveyard, a silent ruler sitting on a hollow throne, in the quiet after a storm that has long since passed. The game is not a power fantasy. It's an elegy, a sad poem about the beauty of a fallen world. And that, I think, is the game's true footnote. The final brilliant deception. Elden Ring uses the language of epic fantasy to trick you into experiencing a profound tragedy. The goal was never the destination. It was the journey. The real reward was the feeling of quiet awe while exploring a crumbling castle. It was the moment of empathy you felt for a monstrous boss once you had read the description on the weapon it dropped. It was the piecing together of a beautiful, broken story. From the footnotes, its ghosts left behind.